Aloha Leo, welcome to your tarot reading for the week of May 25th through the 31st. We're going to go ahead and dive right in. If you want to get a personal reading or join us over on Patreon, all that information is down in the description box below, or you can always head to themagicsiren.com and get all that information as well. We're going to go ahead and dive into your reading for this week. We're going to start with the overall vibe or theme. We'll move into any potential obstacles or challenges. We'll see how we can overcome those challenges, and then we'll get any extra messages that Universe and Spirit might have for you this week. We are going to start with a love oracle and a general oracle to kick off the overall vibe. So let's go ahead and see what's happening in terms of love for you this week, Leo. We are asking Universe and Spirit for any messages in love, relationships, and emotional connections this week, May 25th through the 31st. We do have deception coming out. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Pay attention to the people in your life this week, Leo. There might be somebody here that's not being totally honest with you. You might not be totally honest with yourself as well. Remember, this can go either way. As above, so below. So if you've been holding space for someone or something that you know deep down you don't really want to hold that space for anymore, this is a really good week to be really raw and honest with yourself. But some of you might be asking, is this person being honest? Can I trust them? Is the situation going to be beneficial for me? And there might be a little bit of deception here, okay? Just pay attention to that. Listen to your intuition. And if something feels off, it might actually be off this week, okay? Pay attention to those red flags. Let's go ahead and see what we have kind of continuing on with the overall vibe with our general oracle. I'm kind of curious to see what's going to come out in connection with this deception. I think for the most part, a lot of you Leos are really good at spotting through the BS, okay? So I don't think it's really going to be that big of a problem for you to kind of detect the deception going on. We do have yoga. Your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercising, but this is my card of protecting your peace. This is the card of keeping your chakra in alignment and also just putting your tranquility at the top of your priority list this week. I feel like in combination with this deception card, there's this energy of anything or anyone that's draining you from your peace, your energy, your happiness. We're putting up those blocks this week. We're putting up the walls and we're saying, I'm not dealing with any BS this week. If you have anything less than happiness, joy, or fulfillment, I don't even want to deal with it. I would definitely be putting your tranquility, your peace, and your happiness on the very top of your priority list this week, Leo. It will end up paying off for you in the long run, okay? Let me go ahead and move into our tarot cards. I'm kind of curious to see what tarot is going to add for the overall vibe or the overall theme for the week. So let's go ahead and shuffle here and see what's going on. What do we have for the overall vibe with our tarot deck for Leo? We have the Ace of Swords in reversal. This is really doubling down. I feel like for some of you, there's conversations that you are having. Maybe it's with one person or with multiple people. Could be a friend, a family member, a romantic partner, a coworker, a boss, whatever. It feels like there are conversations that you are having here where it just feels like they're not being totally upfront. They're not being totally honest. Maybe it's you that's not being totally upfront and honest. Maybe it's a combination of both of you, okay? The Ace of Swords in the upright is this energy of really clear communications and a lot of communications that are like hitting in a sense of like, this is successful communication. This is successful conversation. I feel like with this being in reversal, the conversations this week, it feels like misunderstandings. It feels like we're not being totally on the same page. It feels like somebody might be trying to pull one over on you. And again, you're the type, all of you Leos, whether this is your sun, your moon, or your rising sign, a lot of the times you can clock when somebody's BSing you. So I'm really just kind of curious to know, is this person just really close to you and that's why we're not clocking it? Is there something here that's happening that we're like, there's no way that they would be lying to me? It just feels like the communication this week is off. I would maybe prepare yourself for miscommunications this week. Let's actually see what the challenge or the obstacle is going to be. But it just feels like there are things here that are trying to drain your peace or come and cause chaos. This very well could be a romantic relationship, just throwing that out there because we do have the Lovers coming out in reversal. But this is also the card of Gemini, and we are officially in Gemini season for this week. So, you know, take that how it resonates. We do have Judgment coming out as well. Judgment really represents using your best judgment moving forward. I know there's a lot of other meanings to this card as well, but I feel like for this particular reading, it is about using your discernment, using your judgment. I think all the experiences that you've gone through in your life that has really given you that radar to detect the BS, use that discernment, use that wisdom, use those experiences and say, you know what, I don't think that this conversation is actually what it is, or I don't think this person's being honest with me, or I don't even think that I need to respond to this message. You might have somebody that's just trying to stir the pot in your life. Maybe it is a romantic partner or a lover. Sometimes can even represent family, okay? You might have somebody that's just reaching out, that's trying to stir the pot, that's just trying to get the best of you, to try to get you to say something that you might regret in the future. I would definitely use your discernment here and say, do I even need to respond to this person? This also represents divine timing. And I think through divine timing, if you allow yourself to put your peace, your tranquility, your happiness on top of a priority list, I think naturally divine timing will weed these people out, or their true colors will show, right? So again, use your best judgment moving forward. One of the other messages and meanings of judgment is not allowing the judgment or the opinions of other people stop you from doing what you want to do. So if it is family, let's say that there is family or a close friend or a romantic partner that doesn't necessarily agree with the projects that you're doing or the things that you are trying to accomplish, well, you know what? Thank you for your opinion, but I'm going to continue doing whatever I want to do. That's what judgment is all about as well. And again, that Lovers in reversal says that there might be a little bit of trouble here when it comes to romantic partnerships, but also just divine connections and relationships in our life overall. I think the big obstacle or challenge for you that you might run into this week, again, opinions of other people, okay? Somebody that's close to you might not agree with what you're doing or what you're saying, and there might be some arguments that come out because of that. Use your best judgment. Do you even need to respond to them? Will these things kind of smooth themselves over in divine timing, because you have two cards of divine timing here, or will divine timing eventually show their true colors to everybody else that's involved and you didn't have to say anything anyway? Okay, let's go ahead and see how we're going to overcome that challenge or obstacle this week. I'm just kind of curious to see what Tarot has to add now. Two of Swords in reversal. We are not making any major decisions to go one way or the other with this person, the situation, the conversation. The Two of Swords in the upright says that we are at a crossroads and there is a need for us to make a decision. A lot of the times this Two of Swords says that there's a whole unexplored island behind us. Let's drop our swords of defense and go in a new direction. Sometimes this also can represent it's not just one way or this way. It's not just two options. There might be a third, a fourth, or a fifth option that we are not taking into consideration. This is telling us, do not pass go, do not collect $200, don't make any decision go left or right with this person, because it's not even meant to be on your list this week. I feel like the big message overall this week for you, Leo, is one, you know how to see the BS. Use your BS radar, okay? So use your best discernment. Two, your peace and your tranquility is what matters most. Protect your peace this week, okay? Anyone that's coming in trying to stir the pot, any misunderstandings, arguments, conversations that are going sideways or going off into left field, you know what? Gracefully dismiss yourself from the conversation. Divine timing will end up showing the true colors, the truth, or smooth things over. You don't have to be the one to smooth things over this week. Let's go ahead and get any extra messages that Universe and Spirit have for you, Leo. What else do we have for extra messages? We're going to take the one singular card by itself because this is kind of a large pile. So let me go ahead and just move this over here. We have King of Swords. So interesting. You are the master of your communications and you are the master of your analytics and thoughts this week. Do not allow anyone to manipulate your words against you. I think there is a little bit of manipulation here. Because the King of Swords being the extra message for you, first of all, this is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You have double Gemini showing out here this week. So you might be dealing with a Gemini, and if you are, maybe steer clear of that. But also, too, all the King cards are the master of their suits. This is the master of the sword suit. This is the master of communications. This is the master of our thoughts. This is the master of think smarter, not harder, right? And so I just feel like you are saying what you're saying and you're standing on business. Don't let anyone manipulate that this week, okay? Don't let anybody manipulate what you said, twist your words, gaslight you. I just feel like there is a lot of that happening around you. I don't even necessarily think it's you, Leo. I think it's people around you. Don't allow those people to get you off your own peace, right? Protect your peace at all costs this week. And again, if somebody's acting shady, they're probably acting shady this week. I would not be having conversations with anyone that feels wrong, that feels off. The moment you feel like your words are being twisted and manipulated, it's time to gracefully dismiss yourself from the conversation and allow divine timing to do the rest, okay? I like this energy for you because essentially this is a big warning for this week, Leo. Don't allow anybody to do you wrong. Use your BS radar. I think that may even be the title of this video, okay? Anyway, if you're still here watching, thank you so much for being here. Consider liking the video, subscribe to the channel, come and join our Ohana. If you want to get a personal reading with me, go to themagicsiren.com. If you want to join us on Patreon, it's down in the description box below. And be sure to check out our weekly podcast, The Siren Circle. All that information is down below. Other than that, I'm going to let you get back to your day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you again next week. Aloha.